Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Talking Shit with your boy Sophisticated Jerk, Wally, and Stan up in the building. And today, man, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna jump into it, man. I know y'all seen everybody talking about the whole Anton Daniels and Corey clip where they was about to exchange some blows. Things got serious in there. But before we jump into that, man, did you guys kind of? I know you probably seen some bits and pieces of it.
I
What do
watched
you
the whole
think?
thing.
What do you think happened in that clip, man? Who you think was guilty, or was it from your perspective?
Wally, you want to go first, or
I'll go first. It's been a minute. But I'll say it like this: they both is guilty.
Okay.
For the simple fact of y'all both know how y'all go. Anton, if you seen Corey Holcomb, you know how Corey Holcomb is. You already know what's gonna happen. So you willingly go in there knew what was how he was gonna make it, like how he gonna talk and how he gonna move. It don't matter. Same way as Corey Holcomb, if you press, you know what's gonna happen when Anton when you start talking a certain way, because he's gonna get big. It was a shit show of both people knew what was gonna happen if the other person pushed it. It is what it is.
What about you, Stan?
I wouldn't say guilty. It was the clash of the egos, because like there was no one in the world like Anton. At the end, I'm like, dude, just you went ahead and you gave the idea of who this person is, and he gave the idea of who you are, and you like, no, that's not me. I'm like, yo, we're about to start over again. And I don't know, it was all this stuff about like prison. Neither one of them been in prison. Neither one of them is gay. I'm like, yo, like 2026, we can't talk about gay people no more. For real, if we're not gay, we ain't talking about it. And that pause culture, you got to get rid of it. Because like, look, that get rid of it. And then 3, if you know people got egos, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. And you on his stream. And also, I didn't realize how short Anton was, because when he stood up, I thought he was still sitting down. So
Damn. So yeah, I agree with y'all, man. I think it was definitely a lot of ego, and you could tell, man, they both didn't want to fight, man. But it was almost like one of those things
Corey
where
was gonna
I think
fight.
that ego is so big, where it's like, all right, man, let me escalate up and shit.
Corey
So
wanted to fight.
Corey
Darlene,
will fight.
he had to tell Darlene, don't you ever get between two men. I was like, what? What's going on?
He was already between two men.
Yeah, Darlene. I'm just like, oh my God. I was.
And what made it even worse, when he stepped up, it's like you stepped up on to sit back down. I'm like, what? Like everyone was like,
it was straight up like, now we eye to eye. What we gonna say now? And I'm like, but Darlene, I give it to Darlene because Darlene know Corey. I did not care for when Anton is going to sit down. Is one thing he invited Anton to go ahead and give an assessment for.
Hold on. You know what? Let's play it, and we'll break it down when we get through it. So let me pull it up. So I disagree with you a little bit. I think Corey was a little shook like rolled dice. Let me go ahead and play this.
Fire hydrant in front of your house.
But we got a less than 20% voter turnout rate in the local elections.
But well, you understand voting don't work, right?
It does work.
How?
It does, but you just missed it.
I heard everything you said. I can't wait till you tell me how voting makes a difference in this country.
We have a less than 20% voter turnout rate in local.
Ain't nobody going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go.
You're missing it.
You got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
It's not. People that don't vote are ignorant as fuck.
Well, I guess I'm ignorant because I would never participate in no
people
sucker
that
shit.
don't vote. And
I'm gonna show up and vote like a sucker.
And not only is it ignorant.
We had Republican presidents. We had Democratic presidents.
You're not even
we in the same joint.
I'm talking about locally. You talking about national.
I don't give a fuck if it's local.
It matters.
If you vote,
absolutely matters.
that means you in line.
No.
Let me ask y'all real quick, man. Do y'all think voting is some sucker shit? Do you think Corey kind of off base on this?
On this
Voting
one,
is sucking shit if we talking about the big head. I think honestly, locally, it's way more fair, and I think we don't think about it because, again, locally, we don't get the same big drop for the locals than we do the quote unquote the big dog, aka the puppet.
I do think like locally probably has more of an impact, but man, I do think it's some crybaby shit when people be like, I'm not voting. You know, after people made them sacrifices for us, man. So it's just like, man, I get you might not have a big impact, but it's like, man, you still go put that vote in, you know, just in case and stuff. So yeah, when people say that, I'm like, not voting ain't gonna help shit. So,
yeah, but if you don't vote, you did vote. Whatever the outcome is, right? The negative.
You
Oh
said
But
no!
what I'm saying, like by
Oh
not
yeah,
voting,
you know what? You're right. I did vote. I vote for neither.
but no,
That's
what
what
I'm
I
saying
voted.
is, but see, we keep on doing this, right? And when you keep on doing it, the wrong person in power will always be there. Voting is only as strong as we participate in it. If voting does work, look what happened on the last election before this one. People got Trump out of there and put Biden in. Look what happened when we
That
got.
wasn't a good trade either.
But understand, but the people got tired and they got him out of there because COVID did a number on all of us. So like, we wasn't
Yeah,
going to do
but
another
guess what?
4 years.
Most people said on that end, as far as on the big top, they
Yeah.
said that was cheated. So, and
But
let's be
there,
honest,
but that's
and
the
I'll
whole
run
thing.
it
Like
back
we
even this
following
way.
Trump, but that's the whole thing. Well,
But look, we won't even have to talk about Trump. Let's go back a few years. Let's go back way back. Well, remember when George W. Bush was trying to get in? Who was the other president that was going against him at that time? They were hijacking that, and he had most of the votes.
But look,
Right person was voted for, hijacked it, he let it go. Come on now.
now
still,
look.
I still think you go like you said. There's always gonna be some imbalances, but I'm like, man, you gotta throw your
Of course,
vote
there's
in
gonna be
there.
some imbalances, but
You
look
got
at that.
to.
But look at it. How do you hold up something when the only person that votes for the president, again, who votes for the president? The electoral college, not the people. I don't know why people keep getting this confused. The people don't vote for the president at all. Literally.
Nah, because
I don't know why
the
people
people
get
kind of the electoral college kind of ties into the vote.
No,
That's
they
how it
are the
plays it.
main vote. We are not the main vote. I don't know why people keep. I swear, I don't know why people keep getting this confused. I better
Okay,
go
look.
back
You
and
know what we just
look at
doing?
those history
We're
tests.
just talking about what Anton just did, right? What Anton talked about, right? We're looking at the big one, but not the local one. Here's the local
Right.
one for us in California, right?
No,
The
yeah,
local one in
I'm not saying
California,
that.
the local one
No.
for us in California was like we passed a bill that you can't have people arrested for selling something under $1,000. You know how that turned out, right? Now we don't have any more malls and everything else. Locally, we went ahead and like prosecute them if they steal a stick of gum now. So I will say this, right? We don't we do not like our news stations and everything else. We don't have newspaper. Locally, we don't know what's going on. As you know, as a nation, we know more stuff. But local politics, local just anything local, we're not like really knowledgeable what's happening. So when it comes to voting, I understand like why people feel lost because we don't have any what do you call those things? Um, town hall meetings. We don't know what's up. We don't know who the Democratic person is, or the Independent, or the Republican of your local district. I stayed in Vallejo. I was there for 7 years. I don't know who my mayor is. I have to ask people who's the mayor. I thought my mayor was the next town over, because I'm like, because I didn't
Y'all,
know who was running our local government in Vallejo. So,
I got pushback for Stan.
oh,
Y'all
go ahead,
full of
push
shit.
back.
Y'all know who sexy fucking red is and Cardi B, but you y'all don't go find out these things.
Again, right? Yeah, it's true. That's what I'm talking about. I'm looking for it online. I got to look for stuff online where before we used to have like I go on channel 2 and there's a town hall meeting for people in Vallejo. Like, hey, this is what time it is, or this is what time it is for Oakland. I don't stay in the major city. So our news is like, oh, San Francisco. I don't care about San Francisco. I definitely don't care about San Jose. Oakland, I care about a little bit because I got to drive through there. But you know,
You driving
but you got to
fast.
understand, like for everybody else in their little towns, what I'm saying is like we don't have the little newspapers that we used to have.
Oh, okay, I
I
got
don't
you.
see the billboards anymore. I'm asking people like, hey, who is the government officials? They don't know. I'm
So
coming
you
in the
saying they're
community.
kind of like the information ain't easy to find.
No.
That's what you,
So
okay,
where
I
I'm
got
at
you.
now, and I'm not going to say where I'm at now. Now here where I'm at, it's easy. I can go up and ask somebody, and they'll tell me. There is a place where I can go ahead and find out what's the issues in my district. It's easier where I'm at because this county here does things a lot more differently, and they're more political in the
Okay,
local governments. But that's what I'm just saying. Like locally, people don't understand. Like you do need to know what's happening locally because it does affect you.
I agree.
That's why what Corey is saying is not true. It does affect you. And I agree with you, SJ. Like people did fight for us to vote. You do have to vote because look what happened now. This person, you know, when we look at it, right? Yeah, the president is the big cheese. But guess what? Also, you got to have other people that fight against the president because we don't have a kingdom, like in the sense that he's not a king. So we
Yeah,
need Congress. We need House of Representatives. It's a whole thing, but I don't.
checks and balances. I agree with you.
But people
I
don't
don't
know
care
that.
what side it is on. I want some checks and balances to straighten it out. But let me get back to the video. I just wanted to get y'all taking on that because yeah, I thought Corey was wrong right here, but I could
But
tell like
it's some sucker shit if you don't vote. That's what I
yeah,
want to
I
say.
agree with you.
If you vote first, the first thing that it means is that you respect your ancestors that died for your right to be able to do it.
Your
That's what it first-
ancestors,
It's so funny to me.
didn't do it like this. Because
yo-
people went to war when the government tried to overthrow the people and the power of the people. It was wars. There hasn't been a war inside the U.S. where the people who getting fucked over are doing something about motherfuckers with 30 felonies being the president.
It's a
It's
war.
all sucker shit
It's
going
a war
on.
every day. It's just not physical anymore.
Well, that's the problem.
It's
We
here.
need physical wars.
No, it's not.
Until
It's our
motherfuckers ready to
ignorance.
jump it off,
It's not.
we gonna always
It's
be
not.
talking.
It's
But
not.
see, real gladiators don't talk. Real
No, it's
gladiators make it happen. And the gladiators, I ain't gonna lie, we are under control right now. We haven't rose up and did what needs to be done.
Who
But
are you under control by?
It ain't, you under control by the people who will motherfucking blow this motherfucker up. We ain't stupid.
Who is he? Because I want to know who.
Why do you think that ICE agent was able to shoot that
I want to
woman?
know who the. Hold on. Let's be real. Fuck that woman.
Well, that's what you would say to somebody you don't know or whatever.
No.
But see,
No.
I'm on
You
the
missing
streets.
it.
I've been pulled over by the police.
Who ain't on the streets?
Or the
I'm in
ICE
Detroit.
agents or whatever.
You in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States of America. I can move anywhere I want to go. I choose to stay in the core of my city, and I choose to participate in my neighborhood. I choose to tithe to the streets. I choose to put kids through college. I choose to interact and truly use my tax dollars and whatever it is and give jobs. I employ over 50 people. I put my money in my community with my people. So I choose to engage. So when we talking about being in the streets, that don't count to me. I don't
Well,
hear
that's
that
what
shit.
should count.
I don't hear that
because
shit.
out there in the streets where the people live that you helping, they could get pulled over and shot by a cop, and an investigation will be said. But here's the truth: we know, if I believe you know this already, when the cops shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Oh my God, this is so crazy.
Do you think that's wrong? What I
This
said?
is so insane.
Is that what I said? I said when the cops.
I'm just showing some of this to show the buildup of when they start escalating up.
Yeah, towards the end, right? It was something. It was like it is two different type of. Two things could be true, right? You got the intellectual, and you got the street soldier, or like the everyday people, and that's the thing where. Well, I say it was ego because both realities happen simultaneously. It's a real deal. It's not one over the other. But Corey got to understand, like, it is a different war because you can't go around fighting and doing things physically. Like, you are going to meet the cops and you're not going to make it out alive. The physical stuff don't work all the time. You do have to be smart about it.
Yeah.
You have to go vote.
And it ain't the fucking 1800s anymore, man. All right, whenever the motherfuckers had muskets and they was like lining up in a row and shit. You know, it ain't them times no more. You know, because I be hearing people, they be like, man, we got to revolutionize. I'm like, have y'all ever seen like military arms? What's in that arsenal? Like, these motherfuckers got drones now. Yeah, yeah. All this, like, we could fight back against the government, man. That was like beginning of times you could do that shit. But man, trust me, I was in the military. Man, it was funny. This one time we had this like live exercise, and this is what made me get out. Cause I was like an infantry soldier doing all that like high speed shit. So we running across the field because we had our guns and we're sitting there shooting our targets. We're like, do 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 do. It looked cool, like our section. Then all of a sudden, man, Air Force comes up and they come by with some planes and they hit the target, and it's just like precision. They just like blow this whole area up. And I'm looking up at the sky. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm over here with this little ass gun, and then the Air Force is just blowing this bitch up. Then, like, after the Air Force come clear that, you know, whole section out, the Navy was off in the water. Like, I'm talking about like a far distance. And so we see the ship because we're out there with like binos and stuff. They just start shooting missiles in to that same area that the like Air Force is clearing out. It was just like boom. That whole area was just like rock. I'm like, what the? I was like, at that point, I realized like how irrelevant I was as like a infantry
You're
soldier.
relevant. You're relevant. You got to get rid of the stragglers. The people.
Nah,
that
but I'm
snuck
just
out.
saying when you look at the arsenal, it's just like, yeah, no. At that point, I was like, yeah, I'm doing my time and I'm getting out because ain't no way in hell I could. You can't beat that up. You know, you can't shoot that out the sky. So I was like, yeah, I have to have a change of heart. But my whole thing is just like, yeah, you ain't beating no government because when you see that heavy artillery equipment, yeah, you don't stand a chance. So that whole revolutionary shit, good luck.
Yeah, if you're
That's all I'm
gonna
gonna
do
say.
revolutionary, you're gonna do change. You do have to switch over. Like, because I remember like someone brought up, it was like they say like, the Irishmen and the Italians left crimes and got into politics and policies. I think this is where black people will now have to get into, because you do have to switch. You have to switch over, because it no longer works. It doesn't serve you. We do have to get into policies and into government. You do have to see the other side of power. And like, for me, I read The Art of War thinking I was going to learn how to do some stuff to some people. And all that book is nothing but a book of peace. I was so disappointed.
You said, what?
He said it's a book of peace.
Yeah, because it's like, because at the end he's like, and remember the goal, I'm going to just sum it up, is that you never want to go to war. And I'm just like, I was tricked. I thought it was going to be some bomb stuff. This man had like whole military, he could just destroy everything. And I thought like, oh, I'm going to learn some stuff. Yeah, I thought I was going to learn some stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to like.
Who's the author?
It's that guy. It's like it's the old ancient Chinese author or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You probably got
Bullshit
No,
book.
even
you know what? I need to read mine just to make sure that you read the right one, Stan.
No, I read it. Also, like, there's one with 50 Cent, and that was also the same thing.
Yeah, they all the same concept, man. Those
Yeah,
are
I'm like-
prisoner
I'm like,
books.
I like, at least 50 Cent is going to go ahead and give me some stuff to say and to do. I read it. I'm just like, man, this stuff bites. I don't want this stuff. I want it to be evil. But like, it did open my eyes to see there was like other ways of me communicating and getting things done without me using my weight or my voice. And I'm like, okay, I learned some stuff. Still disappointed because I want to be Lex Luthor. But
Hey, before we jump back in the video, man, why y'all think it is that whenever like black people and even minorities too, man, where we get together. It's almost like somebody's got to big up the streets. Like even when we trying to have an intellectual conversation, it's almost like we got to shout out the block or something like that. Even though people might, you know, because they both got money, man. They detached from that shit. If you living in the hood, you got money, you dumb. But you know, it's always like people gotta always go back to, because you know I was guilty of it too. But man, I stopped doing that type of stuff. But it's like almost like say me and Wally was having a conversation and we had ego, and Wally like, man, you know what? I'm from Brickell, and I'm like, oh well, you know I'm from Brooklyn, blah blah blah. It's like why the hell we always gotta do that shit?
Because that's where you raised. That's where you got you from, in a sense. It's like I guess it's more a sense of pride. Is like that's the like I guess how would I want to say it?
Your environment raised you.
But even in a intellectual conversation,
Yeah.
I mean, well,
I would say this.
was this really
is that
an
like our
intellectual
identity?
conversation?
Like we just
This
can't
is
separate from that shit.
Yeah, because here's something.
Conversation, not an intellectual conversation.
Here's something, right? Like there's some conversations that like who raised you, right? Okay, two things, right? If I say Haitian, people are like, oh shit, he's gonna do voodoo and everything stops, right? Now when I say open locker, you know, that's like people like open locker Florida. I'm like, yeah, they're like, oh crap. Cause we're always on like the next 48 hours, cops. but you know, like, but I kid you not, growing up in open locker wasn't always like that. But like, when I just say, well, you know, also we got like kids were stolen from there. We got to learn how to protect ourselves. They showed us how to break the lollipop and turn it into shards and put it in between your knuckles. Self-defense.
So it was just the grit of warfare you're trying to say, yeah?
No, but it was elementary because that's what like you gotta understand. Like kids are going missing, right? In Florida, like Florida is not America. Like everybody like Florida is not America. Florida's the forgotten South.
Miami-Dade County is not America. That's what they will say.
Miami-Dade County is not Florida.
Right, exactly.
So,
but a lot of times those things happen because when you say you from Brooklyn, SJ, like people are like, oh, he's from New York. Let me chill for a minute. And then when you say military, they're like, oh, he knows some things. And then when you say DC, and I don't want to know your job because I love my life. I don't want nobody knocking at my door. You know what I'm saying? I love being a civilian. I just want my Target, my Walmart, and my Starbucks. But all that to say, like, it does, like, those stamps somehow do validate you.
oh, okay. So it's like validation to a certain. Now it just cracked me up, man, because like I was just recognizing that when I was like listening to this before. It's like we always shout out. We have to shout out, man. Like we from bad areas, because it's funny, man. Because you know I talk hella proper now, but before I started going like speech classes and shit like that, you know I used to use like real bad slang and stuff.
When you have speech class, we got to hear your accent.
Hell no. but you know, it's funny, but you know, like when I separated from that, you know, when I told people from Brooklyn, they be kind of looking sometimes, and I'm like, man, I ain't trying to impress you or prove shit to you. But you listen to like you know, like white people in other cultures, man, they be like proud to shout out they from like Beverly Hills and you know, some real rich area and shit. We be like going out our way to be like, yo, man, I'm from so and so. And what was that, Wally?
No, I was just saying, like there it is, like the entitlement, the badge, like some type of pretty much validation of honor or some type of stuff like that. Yeah, badge of honor, all that.
Yeah, when I came out to California, used to call me Jethro because my accent was so bad. I was so country. I didn't know it was country because in the South, it was regular talk. I come out to Northern California, they like, Lord, like, you know, did you sleep with the pigs? Like,
so y'all country, huh?
And I had overalls too, because that was the style in Florida.
I ain't gonna lie, no, that was the style in Florida.
Yeah, y'all had the coveralls out there.
For those that weared it.
But all right, let me jump back in the video.
Shoot you, ain't nothing you can do about it. Is that a lie?
This is so insane.
But you didn't answer it. Like,
I'm gonna answer your question.
okay.
I'm gonna answer your question. It depends on the circumstance. And the interesting thing about it is this: the majority of the people, because you like to use a blanket statement. That's like me saying all black people are stupid.
Well, have you said all white people stupid?
No, I'm talking about cops.
You should say that one time.
I'm talking about
because
cops.
it's easy to say all black people are stupid as an example. Say something about the white people.
No. You're not.
I don't think you
white
got
people all the time.
Oh, well, I didn't hear you. Can you tell me?
I
Because I
talk
don't
about
know.
liberal
I hear
white
you talking
women
about
literally being the biggest enemy of the United States of America. That's the thing I say every single day.
Caucasian female, the biggest enemy.
Literally, white liberal women are the worst thing that ever happened to this country.
What about their men?
But we gonna get there because you keep trying to get me to qualify it by participating and joining in on the core.
No, I think you're doing what's easy.
No. I'm doing what's real.
I think you don't want to go against them because if you go against them, it'll be some video of you going against them. And when I say them, I'm talking about your boss.
I don't have a boss.
We say that. We say that, but here's the truth.
I don't have a boss.
It's a reason you go after black males or black people quicker than you will go after white males. What are white males responsible for in this country as the downfall
I'm an
of
equal
it?
accountability smoke giver. I talk about everybody.
I'm just saying, I ain't heard you talk about white men since you've been up here.
You ain't been listening.
Why are you shaking your head, Stan?
I love Antoine. I follow Antoine, listen to his morning show. It is really like more about black people more than it is about white people. A couple of times he'll say something about like, oh, you white men like to be cocks, right? But like overall, it is a like unify with you black people. You people need to be back chasers. You. That's why I always have this pushback when somebody like, oh, we need to do better. I'm like, no, I don't need to do better. He needs to do better. Like, don't come at me. You're the one that take him out to lunch and you've been buying him clothes and you take him on trips and he's still doing bad. I feel like the prodigal son, like the brother that stayed. That's how it looks. All of us on this panel, we're all the brother that stayed home and everybody else is the prodigal son up here partying, wasting their money, spreading around chlamydia and Lord knows what else and making babies out of wedlock. And then
don't lump us in that group, goddammit. We need to break this shit in like two groups.
Yeah, because it's like, they the ones that they get on podcasts, y'all giving them money and donations and everything else. And we up here paying taxes and making sure everybody in the community is taken care of. And then after that, like, well, if you want to be celebrated, you got to just let us know. No. So that's like Anton doesn't do that divide. It's always we as black people, we need to stop voting Democrat. We need to, I'm like, yo, you can't tell us that like everything that black people do and all black Democrats are bad. Like it's, like you stand your stance with like Republican. At the end of the day, I think a majority of Democrats that's black, there are conservative Democrats. They're not liberal Democrats.
But my whole thing is I hate when people pitch a side. My thing is like, man, listen to whoever, man, and if they have
hey guys, can you guys hear me? I think we're having
we can
technical issues.
Yeah, we can hear you. But my thing is like, you should be pitching, thinking for yourself and making your own decision. Like, make sure that they're like getting involved in politics. Like, they'll go out and vote, but you shouldn't be trying to sway people one side or the other. You know what I'm saying? I understand politicians doing it, but like when people come out here, it's just like, nah, make sure they know, like what you were saying, Stan, like where you go to get educated on like politics and hey, make your informed decision based on like solid, like a solid plan and stuff. But I hate when people try to sway people because it's like, man, I ain't no fucking sheep. Like, I ain't in no cult, man. I ain't coming over here to like line in line with people based on like your thinking, because really that's what people are doing. If you're aligning with specific people, I was like, nah, I want to hear everybody's plan, and I'm gonna go to the one that I feel needs to do the best. I don't need to justify my decision to anybody else because everybody be like, well, who you vote for? I'm like, man, that's none of your fucking business. You know. Nah, so I agree with you. Okay, so you're saying he's a little slanted.
Yeah, on his podcast and also on his night talks. And I get it because your target audience is black people, but like sometimes, and I understand like there's the lead attorney talked about it, like people don't want to hear good news. But oh my Lord, can you say something that we're doing right every once in a while? Like, is it everything that we're doing is doom and gloom?
And Wally, was you feeling the same sentiments as Stan, or?
Pretty much. I mean, to be honest, I ain't because I heard this same video take earlier when I saw the video throughout YouTube. So I saw this particular one, and when I heard it, I'm like, wait a minute, because even which way, right? Either which way, how you want to look at it for Anton, how he makes the comments and all that. My thing is like the moment, Corey asked him, "What did you say about white people?" You're saying only white liberal women. I'm like, just women, not the men. Like, oh, okay. So you're trying to tell me no man? Like the fact that you that was your answer, it just sort of tells me like, yeah, you're at this point you're being disingenuous with that. And that was my thing with that. Now, granted, I don't know if he ever made comments about white men in general, but at this moment, you're being disingenuous by just saying just the women alone are the only people. Like, really? Come on now.
But the only thing I'll give Corey pushback, because it's almost like they was talking about something else, and he was like trying to force him to like say something against him in this instance. So I'm like, I'll be like, man, if we ain't talking about that, I ain't about to, that'd be like if me and we was up here talking about M3, and then somebody was like, well, you need to say something about Stan. I'm like, motherfucker, we ain't talking about Stan right now. Like, I'm not gonna go out my way to say something about him if we're talking about like this specific subject. So yeah, I didn't.
Well, yeah, but I think that's more so the more problematic of the simple fact that no one else is not mandating or controlling the egos here, because everyone's just like, we're just here and we just gonna let them do what they do, and we're just like literally, like, just look at it, like, just look at this, like, you got one person right there in between both of them, and she's like. And she gonna do nothing. She ain't gonna say nothing.
She just there like, breathing oxygen.
Why you got a mic?
Like, but I do think just a peacekeeper making sure that neither one of them will go ahead and go off. I think like
but that's the whole point of also stepping in and slowing them the freak down and motherfucking get back.
She talked about that. No, she did talk about it towards the end before it exploded again. She let them.
I didn't stay along for that because this became a shit show from the beginning. So.
Anton said some stuff about her that was off base. And he said some stuff about his other co-hosts that was off base. It goes. So what's his name? The lead attorney mentioned something. He said what we're seeing here is brand versus brand. So Corey's brand is like uplifting and letting Black people know, like, hey, the system is rigged and you gotta, just go ahead and support each other, blah, blah. Anton is like, F the system. You just need to go ahead and do whatever you can and get that money and be a bad chaser, right? So like the way when you see it the second time, which I did, I'm like, oh, okay, this is the beginning of the brand versus brand, because Anton brand does not really say anything negative about white people, really. And when he said F to the woman that got shot in Minnesota, that right there is like, yo, no matter where you are in America, you have the right to be liberal or whatever. That's what makes this country. Like, you have the right to have whatever stance you want in your life. She just dropped off her kid to school. That kid that day, after school, found out that he didn't have a mother anymore. So when he says something like that, I'm like, yo, that's really cold and callous. Like, that's not okay. We're American citizens, and whatever Trump is trying to do doesn't make it right. So that wasn't okay. So that's where it's like you start losing touch with reality for Anton, because just because you have money does not mean that you're above everybody else. You're becoming non-relatable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think this point right here, I think this is where it's starting to escalate a little bit, because I think
this is the exact point.
Yeah, because I think the coon implications, because how people like, I think that's kind of struck a nerve with Anton a little bit.
Yeah, but this is part one. This is part one. The end part.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. Yeah, let me go ahead. I'm gonna press play. So
wait, M3 has something to say.
You haven't.
Huh?
M3 has something to say. He did raise.
Oh, go ahead, M3.
Oh, well, first, what's up, everybody?
What's good? What's good?
Look, I'll just keep it short, right? Because I know you gotta play the video, but my synopsis, like on Anton, right? again, you know, I like his content. I like Corey Holcomb's content, but I think within the masses, we could all agree to say that Anton is like the black pastor that we do not want to have, you know. And the reason why I'm saying it in that type of way is because it's kind of like the mindset of like how in the black community you'll have like these type of guys, right, that always preach about God first, but you don't really live the life of a godly man that you're supposed to, that should portray yourself as. And I think with Corey Holcomb kind of sees some type of like, you know, hypocrisy, not only just like with him, you know, like shitting on like the black community and telling black people to pick themselves up by the bootstraps, but he knows like the reality is that like, you know, there is what do you call those, like a systemic, like, you know, like oppression that kind of like layer on. Now, of course, like, you know, like as of men today, right? You know, we are responsible for how we choose our paths. But it wasn't like, you know, we had it easy like in the beginning times. And people like Anton, I think this is what like kind of like what Corey Hogan like despises of, because you're just talking about a bunch of stuff that again that is not really in tune or that's not really relatable to what like black folks like really had to fight hard for. So I just wanted to throw my little quick opinion to it.
No. Yeah, I think I'll be giving Corey a little bit too much credit too, though, because I see what y'all saying about, like you said, on Anton's side, but I think Corey, he was the one that was like, man, find you like a poverty chick to trick on, pretty much. So I mean, that ain't no uplifting message and shit. So y'all gotta knock that off.
Well, no, he's in L. Hey, look, you have
They both talk shit.
LA,
That's all
right?
my whole point. It's just like,
Oh, I don't think he was talking. No, he's honest about it. He's like 200.
yeah, but I'm saying like that ain't
Like,
uplifting. Like y'all acting like this motherfucker like he giving y'all like preacher quotables.
No.
Hey, he did play like what like Jesus, right? Wasn't that
Yeah.
guy that played Black Jesus in one of those old shows?
I can't remember. But yeah, I'm just saying they both talk shit. That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
When I watch their content, man, I'm not watching for like I said, I think in your own life, man, you could get pointers from anybody, but I'm like a little bit you got to detach from the internet and figure out your own lane. Cause I just look at everybody as entertainment, and I could get some jewels here and there. Cause I like some shit Corey said. I did some videos giving him like, man, I like what he said right here. Same thing with Anton, and like you said, I heard some shit that I ain't like from both of them, and I just leave it at that.
The brands, that's big. But if you look at the brands, right? Like Anton has the back chasers, right? He also have the Patreon, which also like a different tier. He also have the investment club. He also have the leadership component, right? Corey is comedy. Corey is old school streets. I don't know what else Corey does, but Anton is very like on the tech and everything else. And so like when you look at it, right? And if we look at it like brand versus brand as opposed to ego versus ego, I think they're both like protecting their money. Because Anton is not going to be led and it's like, yo, you're there with only security guard. And I remember like, and then Anton's like told Corey, like, you here with your security too. I'm like in LA, and Corey's like, now all these are my people. So I was like, dude, you better get up and get out.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that point. Let me jump back in the video and stuff.
You don't have the capacity to be able to listen because you're too busy.
No. You got me wrong.
You too busy.
My capacity, that you just criticized, that's an opinion. Here's the fact. Have you seen?
Yeah, so he did throw a shot right there with the capacity thing.
That was corporate talk, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like disrespectful, but he's taking a strike to your like intelligence. I mean, you could rebut that, you know what I'm saying, without getting worked up. You know what I'm saying? So I think at first Anton's taking it as like, okay, he's trying to tell, you know, he's pretty much trying to label me a coon. So that's where he's throwing some shots back.
Yeah, Anton is like,
At
okay.
this point, what else is it?
Yeah, because Anton's coming at him with SAT words. It's like,
Yeah,
Corey
you
coming
hit
out
him with the jargon and stuff. But
Yeah.
all right, let me.
Corey
There's something
coming
about
with the street.
Caucasian males and how
What was that?
I said Corey coming at him with the street, and then Anton coming at him with corporate, and I'm just like, wow.
That's how much. Didn't Anton say he was a C student? How much corporate can this be?
A lot. Like even if they have a C student, C students actually run companies.
Yeah, if you look at most CEOs,
I know that.
man,
That's what I'm
and
saying.
people in executive, they wasn't the best because they be bored, man.
Yeah, they create stuff. The AB students just sustain it. They don't do much, but
Oh no, I know that.
But all right, let me get back in the video.
they
Absolutely.
destroy this nation. Well, what did I miss?
Let's slow down because you talking loud, but you're not saying a lot.
No, you talking
no, you
loud,
talking loud.
and you still
And-
talking around.
what you
What did
trying
the
to do-
Caucasian male
what
do
you
to
trying to-
America
I'm not-
to bring it down?
I'm not getting into that.
You
I'm not getting
dancing
into
around
that.
it.
No,
And
I'm
that's
not.
why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me because I'm not
Corey,
an ass kisser
Corey,
of
don't-
nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of
Will you
black
s-
people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do. 'Cause
Nah,
see, ain't
homie,
nobody
let me
gonna
tell you something,
Ain't
homie.
nobody gonna tell you.
I don't
ain't nobody
suck
gonna
dick.
tell you.
I
Yeah,
don't
you do.
suck
Yeah,
dick.
you do.
So fix
you doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck
you
dick,
doing,
homie.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you, I don't
Believe me
do
when
that.
I tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same
Let's
energy
switch
you give me.
seats. Let's
switch
switch
it.
seats.
Let's switch seats. I'm with it.
Homie, I
We
don't
can
do
talk right in front of each
I
other.
don't do no dick
Hey,
sucking
hold
shit.
on.
I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit, homie.
I don't give a fuck about none
Well,
of
I
that
tell
shit
you
right
what,
now.
once that dick sucking shit,
Hold on, let me.
Okay, he asked to switch seats, right?
Yeah, he asked to switch.
Okay, so they overblown that. Then they overblown the fighting part.
Oh, what you mean by
Wow,
that?
what was your point on that?
Part one. This is part one.
Huh?
This is part one. It's like towards when they finally sat down and talk and clear things up, and they keep on going. They talk. It's towards the end.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. I got that mark.
Well, yeah,
but I'm just saying, like right here.
because this is usually the main part that usually people lead up to. So that's what I'm saying. Like when they actually talked about, I'm thinking like, oh, this is the one they talk about at the start. That's what I'm like. Wait a minute, he asked to switch, right? Okay, so.
But this one, yeah, the other part.
I thought he just got up and just switched over. That's why I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, he kind of pushed her to the side, like, mm-mm.
Yeah, because he asked.
So do you think he was out of place for kind of getting in his zone like that?
Yeah, that was the part I was going to address, right? Like, there's like a certain boundary that you got to have, right? And I get it, right? You know, Corey's the host or whatever. This is his show, his platform, whatever. But like, I'm coming in as a guest. Let me just put myself as Anton's equation, right? Because I'm not a bitch, right? So when a person's come at me with some type of aggression, type of energy, right? Now, I'm not trying to insinuate violence or whatever, but right now you up in my face, and like I said, I mean, as the video progresses, you'll see what I mean by that. But let's just say for now, right? If a person's sitting right in front of me, and you up in my face, and now you're cussing me out, like I'm about ready to like either say something or do something, you know. And so again, I know we haven't got further into the video, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but
Hold on, let me play it real quick and then come right back.
Yeah.
Because I rewinded it back. It went by real quick, but
You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah,
'Cause see, ain't
homie,
nobody
let me
gonna
tell you something,
Ain't
homie.
nobody gonna tell you.
I don't
ain't nobody
suck
gonna
dick.
tell you. Yeah,
I don't
you do.
suck
Yeah,
dick.
you do.
So fix
You doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck
You
dick,
doing
homie.
you doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you, I don't
Believe me
do
when I
that.
tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same
Let's switch
energy you give me.
seats. Let's switch seats.
Let's switch seats. I'm with it.
Homie, I
yeah. You could go ahead, man. We'll watch the rest. But yeah, that's too close.
yeah, I mean, think about this, right? I mean, if you came on someone's show as a guest, and you know things are getting a little hostile, but now a person, the
Look at
host,
Shorty face. She like, hey, how many views we got on this so far?
like, oh, that was. But guys, let me ask you this: so, when somebody's come up your face like this, right? I mean, how will you guys? Well, actually will respond to it. Like,
Man, if we're getting loud like that, we going back and forth, and somebody got up, I'm getting up immediately. And it's not even to be tough, man. It's man, I did like boxing, wrestling. You always get up and get in your stance. You know what I'm saying? Because if he's triggered like that, he get up and he start walking towards me, I'm putting that cat in a stone cold stunner. You know, he gonna get that work. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, you ain't got to get in my space, man. Like, once you get in my space, I'm taking it as a threat, and you getting that work. So yeah, I would have. That's crazy how Anton's sitting down like this. He vulnerable as hell.
No, I think he's gonna hit him with that mic.
Yeah, he is cupping that mic a little bit.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
Nah, but I mean, even if he hit him with that mic, like he just being in that stance like that, man, that's a bad look right there. Yeah, you just get up, not even to start the fight or provoke it, but you want to be in no vulnerable state. So yeah, M3, I would have got up immediately, and he would have came back. If he would have started coming towards me, it's on and up from there.
Well, here's something that Anton did besides the jabs of words that he was doing. That to me was disrespectful. He also not only pointed, but like the open hand palm of like pointing his hands that way. I was like, yo, like you are egging this man on purpose.
But I think, man, I didn't understand why they kind of escalated that way. You know, because they both was like talking shit, and you know.
Well, he said like, when he said like, one, you're too busy, you're not hearing me. I'm like, dang, dude, like, even like somebody who's not from corporate will understand that you're giving a put down. Corey's a comedian. You think you don't sit in comedy chairs, writing from comedy shows that you can't use a cuss word, but you gotta be smart with it? I'm like, yo, like, you've insulted the man. You sun him with a pointing of the finger, and then you with an open hand palm point, and raising your voice, and you're in his studio.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Do you think Corey's presence and people saying that he's known for being around the streets, Anton probably felt like he had to be a little bit more animated to kind of match that environment?
This is
You know what I'm saying? Coming into that territory, he felt like, hey, man, I got to be a little bit more performative and shit.
No.
Anton has security guard, so I don't know what his security guard was doing, but
no, I'm just saying, like, sometimes you know how you try to, some people try to match the lingo and the energy, because you know that's how Corey kind of communicates and stuff. So he probably felt like he had to be a little extra on stuff.
Probably.
What that could have changed.
Well, I think this is what you guys are missing out, right? You know, at least right from the beginning part, you know, Corey kind of came at Anton like kind of foul a little bit. Again, I understand like he was like pointing out some truth into it, but if you really like listen to like the way how he said it like in a street tone. And I know for me, like if somebody's speaking street to me and you speak in a certain tone, I'm going to hit you with some jabs. Even if I'm on your podcast, it doesn't really matter. Like I could try to be respectful until you cross a certain type of line with me. Then I'm just going to get real disrespectful and I'm going to just say it like how it should be said.
Yeah.
Whether if it's offensive or not. And I would say it to his face anyway, though. I want him back down of it.
Okay. All right, let me go ahead and play some more of
I
this.
think Wally was going to say something.
Oh, go ahead, Wally.
No, I was saying that.
All right.
Okay, my bad.
Y'all just stop me whenever y'all want me to.
I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I don't give a fuck about none
Well,
of this
I
shit
tell you
right
what,
now.
watch that dick sucking shit, cause that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
You say a
homie.
lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You just
Okay,
don't give a
but
fuck about what you
that
talking
that
about,
gay
nigga.
shit. Oh, you
I
go.
don't give a fuck about what you talking.
And real quick, man, I'm gonna stop it right here. But this is what we used to call lunchroom gangsters.
Okay.
Cause man, like this is how you know people don't want to fight. And I wish, man, people would just, you know, kind of stay in their lane. Cause I think a lot of times, man, when people don't really want to fight, they get a little theatrical with everything because they hope that it kind of the other person's gonna punk out. but both of them are kind of doing the same tactic and stuff like that, and it's gonna escalate more. But it's just like, man, if you came and you sat down in this general area like that, obviously you don't want to fight or you would have done something. So yeah, nah, that's why, like in a lunchroom, somebody, man, they know if they like do all that theatrical shit, raise their voice, man, they know like 20 teachers gonna come break up the fight. They're like, thank y'all for coming. I thought I was gonna have to throw some hands and shit. Cause really, if you want to fight, man, you either gonna start swinging or you're gonna be like, y'all gonna step away somewhere where ain't nobody around. You know what I'm saying? That's how people handle it. But yeah, I can see by the theatrics. They both didn't want to fight, and rightfully so. It's like on a podcast, but they kind of end up, in my eyes, because I hear everybody choosing a side. They're like, oh, Corey got punked, Anton got punked. I'm like, man, they kind of punked each other, if you ask me.
I mean, to be honest with you, like, it's like that, like with everyone. You could get into an argument with someone, but nobody don't want to be the first one to like throw these hands. I don't know why it's like a subconscious thing, but if I put myself in a situation, I'll be like, look, this person will have to either try to swing on me or try to touch me in order for me to even not have the conscious enough to like fire back. I don't know why is it like instilled like in most people's heads, but I feel like in every fight that I got into, I'd be like, look, man, you better throw the first punch. If I feel like I threw in the first punch, and even however the outcome would be, I don't know. I don't know why like I'll feel guilty about it, or I just feel like I didn't really.
I'll have to feel that guilt part. That guilt part comes from hurt. I hope that guilt part. The Bible
it's
says,
just like I said.
He ain't say which cheek to turn. Remember that M3? He said turn the other cheek. He ain't say which cheek to turn.
Nah, man, because I started off like wrestling at a young age, and I remember my wrestling coach always used to tell me, he was like, the person that gets the first like takedown typically wins the match. Then when I got into boxing and like Muay Thai, kickboxing, they all said the same thing. So in my mind, I'm like, I got to get it off first, because that kind of set, it's psychological when somebody like strikes first. So yeah, that's why I don't let nobody get in my space. And then if it goes that route, I'm firing off because I'm not gonna let nobody in my mind. It's just, I guess, because I did so much repetitive training where it's just embedded in me. I'm not gonna let nobody get that psychological blow on me. So nah, I'm swinging.
And also, you got military background, so that definitely, you know what I'm saying? It's an added thing. I think what people don't understand, right? Like with Corey, or people like Corey, or like people from the street and people from jail, they are like, that PTSD is 24/7. There's no rest. The environment does not allow you to feel safe and relax. You are on all 10, 24/7. So when things pop off, you just have to be ready. But in this stance, right, like both have a lot to lose. So like Anthony, as they was mentioning earlier, like when men talk about what neighborhood they're from, I'm like, yeah, it's recognizing where you're at and who you are as a sign of respect, validating your street credibilities or your background. So right now, yeah, like you have the brand, you have two men, their egos, then you have Detroit versus LA. We're seeing it all right here, all free on YouTube, and you ain't pay Netflix.
Yeah, battle of the egos. No, I told y'all before, man, like, man, because I used to fight a lot. And I think when I was in that state of mind, man, I think it was a little bit of like insecurity in there too, because I think, man, when you really don't know how to fight, and I'm talking about myself, it's like, man, I was trying to go out there and prove myself to everybody else because I wanted that name and shit. But once my cousins and stuff, they was like, hey, man, you need to get in the gym. You don't know how to fight. Man, it was funny because I remember when I went into the boxing gym, there was this one kid in there. He was reading this comic book and shit. So, I overestimated him and stuff. I was like, man, I'm about to give him some work. They were like, y'all got to spar. That little motherfucker beat my ass. It was the most humblest experience I ever had because it told me, it's just like, man, you can't judge a book by its cover. And then, you know, when I started getting more involved in like I said, wrestling, boxing, it just calmed me down, man, because it just, you know, you start knowing who you are, you know what you do. And I think a lot of times, man, when people have to shout out hoods and blocks and, you know, they always got to be theatrical and escalate. It's just because, man, they still in that phase where they're trying to prove shit to other people and stuff. And I wish people would stop trapping, you know, people into that like situation when they talk. Because, you know, that's why, I forgot who we were talking to. And they were like, man, have you ever escalated up on these panels? I was like, no, man, I don't disrespect people. You know, I don't put nobody in no position where like it's even going to build up to that. And it's not out of a fear tactic. It's just like, hey, man, why even go that route, man? Let's have fun and we could all crack some jokes on each other. I got thick skin, man, where like you start going in on me, I'm going to crack jokes with you. Because it's like I know what I can do with my capabilities, man. I ain't got to put that on display. So I think more men just got to get better at that, man. Because, yeah, this is a bad look right here. The fact that they put themselves in there, man, when they could have just had a good conversation. You know, crack some jokes, man, because they both got some good sense of humor. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, they both shook. they really don't want to fight. So, like, Corey got up and got in his face right here. It did. Anton kind of matched some of that energy. At first, you could tell he was a little nervous, but he started matching it back. So that's why I said it looked like that lunchroom shit. Like, they're like, somebody please come break this shit up. We both don't want no parts of that. But let me play this video.
Hey, homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put no dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit.
Say
right
I
now.
suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around it.
No. I'm
I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But you're not bossing up on me.
Yo,
We good. I did already. I don't do dick
We can
sucking
put the
shit.
microphone right down,
Yo.
right now, and go on our back. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
got a
You
question
running
for
your mouth.
Anton.
I don't do
You
no
doing
dick
this shit for
sucking
the
shit.
internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time, no, hold on. If you want
I'll
to say
show
Anton,
you I ain't doing it for the internet.
If you want to say Anton, listen, don't disrespect me like that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that. I'll respect you, but don't boss up on me because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either. But I let that shit ride because you don't know me. You don't know me. So I'm going to extend the same respect to you. You called me out of my name. You said some wild shit, especially with regard to how would it call this nigga out his name? Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I get disrespected.
I got a question for bro.
Okay.
No. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We just getting loud. I ain't gonna get loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No,
This
this my show. This my show.
That's cool, but I take that shit as a threat.
Okay, well, it is a threat if you calling me dick sucking. I don't dick suck, my nigga.
Man, fuck what you talking about.
I don't dick suck.
If you want to get back to the conversation, because you ain't gonna do shit. Because you're not gonna do shit.
Come at me with that dick sucking
You're
shit
not gonna
again,
do
nigga.
shit. You're not gonna
Come
do
at me with. Say I suck dick again, nigga.
We can go
I'll
out back
show
right
you
now.
the fuck I am.
We can go out back right now. I'm with it.
I bet you won't say that shit.
We can go out back right now.
I got money for all this. Whatever.
I got money too. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit.
Hey, homie,
No,
look,
it's just not respect.
I ain't falling for that. I ain't falling. Darlene, get out the way. Don't get in the way of two niggas. Let me tell you something, homie. I ain't got to go out back right now, because we got to go out back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying that dick sucking shit, watch that. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like it,
If you want to
okay,
get back to the
but
conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
But just know,
I'm not
ain't
listening to
no
none of that
dick
shit,
suckers
bro.
up here, nigga.
I'm not listening to none of that shit. If you want to get back to the conversation,
long as you
we can
know.
get back to the conversation.
Long as you know.
Bro, you not,
Because that ain't
you
nothing.
not that tough.
Okay, pause real quick. So if he had came at me and be like, say that shit again, yeah, I would say it in his face at this point. But
slap the shit out of you.
hey, we're gonna be fight on the line though. I'm not even worried about it, right? But I can see like at this point, you know, Anton, you know, he tried to de-escalate the situation, even though like it still came out wrong or whatever. But regardless, man, like, you know, both dudes just need to chill because they ain't even worth it. And in some cases, like what we was talking about like before, that they wasn't going to fight anyway. But I ain't gonna lie, like if somebody talk about if I get into a serious argument with somebody, you come in my face, you talking about say it again, I'm just going to just say it. So if you try to swing, hey, it's over. That's the way how I look at it.
Damn, y'all better than me, man. I ain't like I said, I try not to even put myself in situations like this anymore. Like, so if I know people are
Wait a minute.
egotistical, they don't know
wait a
how to
minute.
have.
You said anymore. How long ago was this, sir?
Shit, I can't remember, man. Like, I'm just too old to be doing dumb shit,
You
man.
said
You know what I'm saying?
anymore. How long was the last one?
Nah, it's been a while, man. I'm 46 now. I ain't got time for no dumb shit. But I'm just saying, I could recognize if somebody's on some silly stuff. Like, if I know that they like try to get a rise out of people and stuff, I'm good on that. Because like I said, I have very light boundaries, and if somebody cross those, man, we going in and shit. So it's just like, man, like I said, you gotta know yourself and keep yourself out of certain situations.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said, I could tell they both didn't want to fight, but it's just that pressure. I think that's why I was asking y'all earlier, man. I was like, man, why do people shout out the blocks and stuff? I think it's that pressure of us like have to be tough all the time. Where it's like, okay, we got to play. We can't back down, man, because, okay, he got in my face. He done got out of his chair. He came over here. Corey kind of, you could tell he didn't want to fight because he sat back down. It's, what I'm saying? And then Anton, he had to kind of clap back because it's like, okay, you done came over here. If I didn't say anything, people going to be like, oh, you got punked. So that's why Anton was kind of like, oh, you ain't going to boss up on me, man. Like, let's go outside and shit. You could tell Corey didn't want to go out. He didn't want to fight because he could have easily just went up and went outside. So that's what I'm saying. We put ourselves in like bad situations where we really don't want to fight, but our egos will put us in that situation where we got to keep on escalating up because we're scared people are going to be like, oh man, he punked out. So that's why I'm like, man, don't even talk shit, have that respect for each other, man, so we can have a conversation.
Yeah, and that's why you got to put yourself that's why you have to be proactive in everything that you do. Now, stuff that I was talking about in examples, that's me being reactive. And me being reactive, that means that I have failed to put myself in a proactive situation. Proactively, as we're going back to this, the moment you start trying to if you start trying to criticize me, right? Let's just say about if I was in Anton's shoes and he's criticizing me about white folks or whatever. Look, I'm not even gonna clap back at him. I'll just be like, hey man, that's your opinion to it. I've said my piece or whatever to other folks. If you don't believe me, look deep into my YouTube videos. I'll just be as calm as collective.
Yeah, that's a good response.
Ranting and bitching or whatever, but I'm not gonna just go all Detroit or go Oakland on them because I feel like I have to. I'll just the people will be able to tell that, hey, look, I ain't scared, I ain't afraid of nobody, but at the same time, look, man, I'm gonna laugh and I'm gonna play the situation to my advantage, and that's being proactive.
Yeah,
Proactively, right? I'm not scared of people. However, I'm scared of guns and bullets. Because I'm just being honest. Because it's like people don't fight nowadays. Like people are either going to run you over with their cars and shoot you, or they're going to shoot you and then run you over with their cars. So,
in addition to that, the only time when people actually will swing is when they have their posse with them as well too. You got to add that.
Somebody in the posse also has a gun and going to shoot you. So that's what I'm saying. I don't trust none of this stuff, right? I think here's something I just want to add, right? When you're in that place where both of them were at, you got the response, right? Which is fight, flight, or freeze. And a lot of times, what Darlene did was smart was to whisper in Corey's ear and then tap him on the shoulder to bring him down a little bit.
Yeah, Corey look pissed right now. You can see.
Oh, he still is. He's still in his mind is doing it. And Anton, I gotta give him credit. He knows how to get in people's heads. They both been studying each other's shows, and so they both know how to go there. But again, when you're in that state, a lot of us been in that state where you want to hit, or you want to just run them over, or you just want to get out of there, and it's just normal. That's part of our body protecting ourselves, is self-perseverance. So, but it's kind of sad to see these grown men in their 40s acting like like little boys.
Yeah, and
But they
I,
don't
I
need
wish
to
somebody would have, because say like if you and Wally was having a conversation, man, and you guys started kind of escalating up. Me being there, I wouldn't have been like, man, y'all need to calm it down. I wouldn't even let it escalate to a certain point. Or I'd be like, look, let's just cut this show. We'll cut our loss on this shit. We'll chop it up. Or I'll go take you out to eat, man. So I think more people need to start interjecting to break shit up when it starts escalating. Because man, you got to protect people's egos too. That's one of the things I think people don't recognize. Where as men, like I said, we're so worried about like, man, if I don't escalate, people are gonna call me a punk. So somebody needs to kind of interject in and be like, hey man, we good. Let's chill out, man. Either let's skip over the politics and stuff. We'll talk about hip hop, slow it down, and if they can't separate, like, all right, let's call it quits, man. That way, everybody could kind of save face, man.
Yeah, Corey doing this whole show.
Oh, he keep coming back to it, yeah. So you can tell it struck that nerve.
Yeah, he could not. And that's why a lot of people were like, "Yo, like the homophobia in the black community, especially for us as men, it's a lot." And I'm just like, "Yo, like nobody's out here, doing that and ass and nothing like that. Why we still keep on going there? Why we keep on talking about prison? I don't care about prison politics." Oh, go ahead, Wally.
No, I'm just saying, I'm pretty much agreeing because this is where we go with it every single time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with. Yeah, it's that, man. But it's just like, man, you can't start off with any type of disrespect because, man, you don't. I think sometimes people are like, I heard some people blaming more or less Anton because they're like, oh man, he said, suck my, that's way more disrespectful. But it's just like, man, you can't start off with disrespect and then when somebody clap back a little higher level of disrespect, you can, what I'm saying? There ain't degrees to this shit. So it's just like, that's why you just stay away from the disrespect altogether, man.
When he said like you kiss white people ass, right? It wasn't like literally you kissing every white people ass, right? It's like, yo, you hold white people in the highest regard. Now, when Anton said you suck black people's dick, it wasn't saying that you sucking a man's.
Yeah.
You sucking communities off, and you ride with the community a little too hard. Like we all got that. It didn't have to go this far. This was a lot.
Yeah.
Well, Stan, to reply to you on this one, you got to understand too that in the black community, we're very homophobic, when it comes to like those jargons. So when and I understand what Anton meant, right? I would tell like a dude, hey man, yeah, you sucking dick for like, such and such, right? But when you're telling that to someone, right, within that community, they're going to take offense to it no matter what. And I don't know why. I mean, again, he chose to correlate that with something that he felt like Anton telling him that he's sucking dudes' dicks or whatever,
Yeah, but I'm saying like, man, if you come at me like, oh, you're kissing ass, even though like Stan said, I know how to interpret that, but man, if I come with a saying pretty much on the same length of that, like, man, how the hell you get mad when you done kick that off? So that's what I'm saying. I don't give a damn if it's you step over that line with me, I'm gonna step over that line with you, and that's just the end of the day. Like, what you're madder because my statement's a little harsher than the one you had. Like, come on, man, that's some little kid shit.
It was the same statement because he said you suck black people dick. It was not even a gender. It was like a whole category. And there's no dicks actually involved.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he should have never made his statement first. If you don't want to go down them paths, like, Corey should have never said that first.
Oh, yeah, kissing white people ass? Yeah.
Because it's like, we got the point when he was like, hey, man, you won't make any comments about the race. We get it. You know what I'm saying? So when he was like, you kiss ass, that's when he, like I said, probably because of the coon implications, that's when Anton was like, oh, well, you do this. Then that's when Corey got mad. But it's like, motherfucker, you kind of like set that line off with the kissing ass and the sucking part.
I mean, my fair synopsis, I'm just gonna say it like this: both of them was acting like some little bitches, like for that night. They should have had tough skin and just suck it up. yeah, Anton's a coon, and I will rock with that. Corey Wright's a comedian, but at the same time, yeah, if you, I mean, look, if you're gonna say something about someone like kissing ass like to like another group, then you should have some tough skin, especially you being a comedian. You out of all people, you should be the one that should be more tougher to like these comments that's deriving back to you. So if you can't dish it out, if you can't take it, don't dish it out. So,
Yeah, and that's my thing. I think when you out here making comments, man, like, and you talking shit, because that's our whole everybody's platforms pretty much. You analyzing stuff, you talking shit, you going in on stuff, but you getting upset when people throw some shots. That is kind of some sucker stuff. Yeah, you gotta get some thicker skin. But one last thing, man, before we get back into the video, because I know that's that other section that you was talking about, Stan. We're gonna jump to that. It's just, whenever it's funny because when everybody's talking about the street shit and fighting and stuff, man, if y'all go in these like kickboxing gyms, MMA, ain't too many street dudes in there like training up, running over like 10 miles, a week and stuff. Like, y'all better take a look at them gyms and see who's in there. It ain't who you think it is. And they might not look like they could fight, but you'll get a good picture. That's why I'm saying people need to go to some gyms and actually like fight and train. It'll give you a whole totally different perspective. It'll be a humbling experience.
Somebody got humbled that way on the video that was out this week. Dude was at a bar and he took off his shirt and jacket. The man
I seen Mr. Fantastic put that up. Shout out to Mr. Fantastic.
He just kept his boots and his earpiece on.
But you see how calm he was? That dude wasn't screaming. He was just like, that other guy was all animated. That's why that's a good representation, Stan. Because, that dude, man, he took off all his stuff, all the theatrics. That dude, like, kicked his leg and then kicked the soul out of his chest.
Okay, like, you got beaten by feet.
I need to try to find that clip real quick.
You got beaten by feet. Like, you wasn't worth the hands. You was like beaten by feet. Like his shoes step on shit, cockroaches, bugs, ants, and but then you like
dog, he kicked the
that boy gave us second combos, man.
Oh, that
like he was in shock. I was like, get up, got him again. And then that last one, you could see like his soul was gone, like it was like Doctor Strange.
But see, Stan, that's why I got into kickboxing because, man, I boxed. I started off wrestling and boxing at first, and then I was like messing around with one of my friends. He was like kickboxing and doing the Muay Thai stuff. Dude kicked my leg, man, and it just felt like Jello. I was like, all right, I got to add some more stuff to my repertoire, like.
Oh, wow.
So I was sitting there dancing around. He just like kicked me on the side of the leg. I was like, I'll be signing up next week after my leg get right. Yeah, that's why I told you, man. When people were like, I never lost, I'm like, man, I lost some. I ain't gonna be up here lying to you.
You gotta lose some so you know how to win. There's nothing wrong with losing. Like, areas you need to work on. I did judo, so.
Yeah, that dude kicked my leg. I was like, I'll be in class next week, sensei. I was like bowing and give it respect. Yes, sir. I'll be there. Yeah, I can't find that clip, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Damn, I thought it was all
you got kicked off with feet. Maybe on the edit, you can go ahead and add it in.
Yeah, I'll play it towards the end. I'm gonna jump back in the video though, because.
Oh, for sure. I got a question for bro though.
And I'm gonna respect him on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said what he said, so I'm gonna respect him on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, question: given that black people are on the Democratic plantation, what do you say about the use of Christianity to make slaves out of black people?
In what, today's time or historically?
No, sir. Historically.
Yeah, absolutely. It was used in a negative way, but anything can be used in a positive and negative way. You can weaponize. So sisters, I got three brothers, and we scrap it out. I scrap with my nephews. It is what it is, and then we shake hands and we keep it moving. Once we have a disagreement and we get it out of our system. So if we good, then we good.
I'm good.
I'm with it. Let's get to the conversation.
That's why I tried to explain myself right there, because I'm like, this man probably don't even know that my mind is set up, Anton, my mind is set up when people do things like throw I call it backdooria on my show. When people throw that at you, it's a set off. And I'm saying, like, I ain't trying to get set off. I think I'm a lot more than somebody with name calling to get at me. But I'm saying, like,
but see, I don't believe you, Corey. I don't believe you, bro.
Okay.
And let me tell you why I don't believe you. Because you do the same shit that you feel offended by.
Really?
You do, absolutely.
Give me an example.
You just did it. You said a lot of shit to me that I don't necessarily care about.
I ain't said nothing about dick sucking.
You pick and choose what's disrespectful because you applying it to you. It's other people out there that don't take that shit.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that. So listen to me, Anton.
But hold on. Let me say this last part.
Land.
But I get it because you don't know me and I don't know you. So you don't know what I look at as disrespectful. And so as a result, I just let that shit ride. The only thing that ever triggers me is it, and this is why I like to do shows in person. I told you before the show, I said I don't do no more live streams with people that I don't know. Did I not say that? Because I want to see and look in their eyes and see what's really happening, right? And the reason that is because
Anton talking gangster now. That nigga turned into Scarface all of a sudden. He's like, look, I'm gonna look you in your eye. This motherfucker the Godfather in this bitch.
Okay, you are not my friend. I need to see you want to be friends, okay?
Yeah, I'm surprised Anton ain't pulled out a cigar, kicked his feet up on his table and shit. Like, you know what, man? Yeah, Anton feeling himself now.
the only thing that set me off is if somebody make it seem like they ready to do something. Then I'm like, okay, well, it's all hands up. Fuck the conversation.
Well, how about this? People may be ready to do something for whatever reason. They want to be ready to do something. But what I'm saying to you is, you know, in this world, they are trying to normalize men in dresses. They trying to normalize a woman wearing a thong in front of a church gathering or whatever.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I could handle whatever is happening out there, but I'm saying, like, I'm still standing on this. I'm standing on this. If a man walking up to me with some homosexual talk, like I could take, I said this before, I could take a meeting at a brother like Tyler Perry's house because I know.
Pause.
That nigga wildin'.
Can we go to Tyler Perry house for a meeting? SJ?
Help, no, man. No.
Wally?
What was the question?
We go to Tyler Perry house for a meeting.
For what?
A meeting.
Like a business meeting.
What?
He's like, Wally, man. I see you playing in this role, Wally, man. You come to my house, man. I got the script.
I ain't meeting at your damn house. Meet me at your office.
M3, would you meet
cool.
up with Tyler Perry?
I mean, sure. If you got some money for me, man, like, look. Look.
That cat gonna get roofied. You gonna wake up like Lil Rod in that piece.
No, he gonna wake up like that Spanish dude. That
You gonna be like Lil Rod in the Diddy documentary. Like, hey man, I just woke up, ass was hurting, my neck was hurting. You better stop playing. He be like, yeah, man, I ain't wake up in like 2 days. Man, my whole body aching. Why is all this fucking oil on me?
You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, knowing
I'll be right back.
everything that's been going on with Tyler Perry in Hollywood, I do no business meetings unless it's freaking Applebee's, which I know is busy, or Chili's.
Yeah.
Or Cane's. Like, I'm not,
You say you gonna get some chicken tenders?
Yes, I'm not meeting you nowhere at all. I don't care who you are. We're meeting someplace public.
Oh yeah.
And lunch, because nothing really gets signed at nighttime. So let's not play these games. We'll meet you for lunch. I don't do dinner. They'll meet you for lunch, and it's gonna be public. And I'm not going to nobody's house. But
yeah, daytime. I'm not even going during like lunch because they might consider that a date. We're going to somewhere like an off time, like at 2:30. Like you got to meet me at Starbucks at like 2:30. Like I'm not. And there needs to be another person there, and I don't want you like looking right directly in my eyes.
Like, give me the contract, I'll come back. But like, like you don't. I ain't meet nobody at their house. Like, it's not.
Yeah,
safe.
nah. After
Like,
hours and shit.
We followed and everything else. Meeting somebody at their house, no, man, not gonna do it. It doesn't matter if it's Tyler Perry or not. But like, don't set yourself up for failure. But this, no, what he say after this?
Yeah, because you know they're gonna roll out with some like expensive liquor that they bought. It's like, hey, it's been aged since like the 1910s. You want to sip? You can be like, oh man, I'll take a drink. Try to be nice and shit. No, that's where M3 gonna get the special.
It's Tyler Perry. So like, this wine is from 1548, from the hands of slaves. Prayed by Mary Mathilda.
I'm like you said, daytime. But yeah, he was wilding. Corey was wilding with that one, boy.
What's gonna happen?
That wine is gonna be drunk.
You could be passed out. But Corey was that shit. Corey ain't letting it go.
Go bad. The house gonna get towed up. I ain't saying that to act like I'm tough. I'm just saying,
I feel you.
There's certain things that we as men cannot say to each other without clashing. And it is my opinion with niggas that I know and where I'm from, if I say to one of my homies, man, suck a dick, everybody will get quiet that we know. And they'll be like, what is that? What is that? Because it's like, that's that homosexual talk. So what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? If it's one way to get a brother like me, I know brothers who are preachers that would put their religion down for that right there. That's all I'm saying, black man.
Well,
listen. That's what you.
So if somebody said, like, if M3 like said in M3, like, you remember like in church, probably somebody in church will say, "No, suck a dick," right? And normally that means like you talking too much, like get away from me, right? Because that type of saying is not normally for black people. It's for the non-denominational, every race is participating type of group. And you hear that a lot in that group setting. It's not like a black thing to say. That's what I'm just saying. But when somebody say suck a dick, it does not mean to actually go suck one. It means like, hey man, you talk too much, like take a break. Like, let's just get away from me for a minute. And that's what it comes across. So like for Corey, it's like, man, there's some trauma here. Because
yeah, my man harping on that shit, boy.
Yeah, because he like, it was like an hour and a half of him just like being traumatized.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the other segment. I just want to let this play out because they're talking it out, but it does escalate again. But yeah, he definitely got some trauma with that statement, boy. But he should have took his ass outside then. If instead of all this time talking, I wish they would have kind of fought now. At first, I was like, man,
where you at? So I'm gonna respect that.
Thank you, brother.
It's simple as that.
I don't want no drama.
It's simple as that.
I swear I don't want no drama, man. My life is good.
Mine's is too.
I believe you. My life is good.
I'm with you.
All right, so this is where they like pieced it up, and that was a good look, man. Like, cause like I said, I don't want to see people fighting. That's why I'm like, we need to stop putting ourselves in positions, or other people in positions where they gotta escalate. I'm gonna jump to that section, Stan. I think it's like right around here.
It's to be said. Because I believe that there's a lot of people who don't know the obvious, and I can't teach you that in an episode. But I'm saying, like, if you ever see me around any woman, Anton, if you see me around any woman, trust me, dues been paid, homie. And I can't say it no other way better than that. Dues been paid. That might not be something you will catch. I'm saying this for the streets.
Okay. Do anybody understand what that means on this panel?
What's talking about? Dudes getting paid?
Dudes been paid. Dudes, yes. So if you see me hanging around with any type of woman, and I'm bringing her around my boys or business, that mean what?
But you saying dudes been paid?
Dues, D-U-E-S.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said. Dues been paid. So he doesn't bring random women around him. That's not his wife or his main chick.
So basically, like, he had really like his little hitman in case something pops off.
Okay, that could be one. Wally.
I ain't gonna lie to you. In that texture, I have never heard this. In that texture.
SJ.
Yeah, I never heard it until he said it. I mean, I understand what he's kind of talking about, but I think he's kind of
because
full of
usually
shit.
when I hear dudes being paid, is in a different matter than what he's saying.
But he's saying business, right? This is business.
But I'm saying in the context that he's saying the women, and then like if we're just talking in general, dudes being paid is like you put in that work, so you know
she has put in the work. Like she's legit.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not your wife. This is not your wife. This is not your girlfriend. This is a new chick I've never met before, but you brought her around me, so I suspect that she's legit. For me, that's what it says. Okay. But this is the part where people got confused because Anton, that woman he was with wasn't his wife, right? Because this is going to come up again towards the end.
Yeah, I'm just letting it play out. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude's been paid, homie. Trust me, man. Trust me. I don't be around just anybody. I can't let any type of woman just come with me and be connected to me in no way. I don't like that. If you around me, it's a reason you around me. And I'm saying, like, I don't know if I could graduate you to that next level of the conversation. And it ain't no disrespect to you. But I'm saying, like, you see somebody around me, oh, I ain't just got anybody around me. Dude's been paid, homie. That's what I'm saying. And I ain't saying it's tough either. I'm just trying to say it in a way where I hope you can understand. Yeah. Okay. So anybody around me, dude's been paid. I don't let anybody around me. If you around me and dudes ain't been paid, I'm trying to get away from you because I don't know you. And ain't no dudes been paid, so I don't know you.
Hey, Stan. Is he kind of throwing some like shots at Anton because he got homegirl with him?
Sound like it.
Okay. I get what you're saying now. At first, yeah, because I didn't really hear. I heard a little bit of this, but I wasn't paying attention to this segment when I heard it.
Yeah, I know because people were actually mentioning about this. Like, I don't know if it's neither Mika or the other chick on his show that he's talking about. A lot of
people because she's on his panel. It's Mika, I think it was.
Okay, Mika, pop culture Mika. Okay.
Yeah, so I think I figured out what you meant, Stan. Right now, since like he's talking, directly about Anton's, whatever side chick or whatever woman he brought behind the scenes, like to the show, and he's saying dudes being paid. Are you talking about dudes being paid to be quiet? Or
no, like you validate like this woman is like up to code. It's not your wife, right? So you bringing a random woman around that's not your wife. Who is she?
Yeah,
and she's participating in business. Like, okay, why? Right? So again, Corey comes at it from the street, but I understand it because a lot of times, if you bring in somebody that's around that's not your wife, especially for me, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know who these like my cousin got like a woman. I'm like, I thought it was his wife. I'm like, hey, sure, not seeing you again. Like, that's not her. I'm like, oh shit, my bad. Obviously, you have a type.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, because I see what Corey's saying. Like, me personally, man, yeah, I maneuver like that. Like, he's using dudes as almost like vetted. The person I'm with, vetted. They're around me for like, I understand they mindset. They ain't crazy. Kind of how I say, man, make sure a chick invests in you. So, yeah, I just don't, if I'm not dealing with a female, I really don't kick it with them like that. I'm not going to travel and stuff, but I don't have them same standards for other people. You know what I'm saying? I tone out what other people are doing and stuff. But yeah, me personally, yeah, I'm not going to, if it ain't my wife or say like if I wasn't married, my girlfriend, I'm not, I don't hang out with people like that, of the opposite gender. If I'm not dealing with you, then yeah. But like I said, I'm not going to be like, say Stan came up with somebody. That's none of my business,
No, Sam wouldn't do it. I'm from Dade County. I still like, I don't know who this person is. Who?
Because I mean, it is kind of dangerous sometimes. Because not saying, because I know Anton. You know, what's her name? She's like a business partner, I would say.
And she's married.
Yeah. So,
married.
but still, you know, just when even people like take stuff for, you know, I never want to put my like say I wouldn't travel around with like a female because I wouldn't even if my wife don't give a fuck, I don't want her to be out here having to explain shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I would never, you know, do maneuver like that, because she shouldn't have to go and defend stuff I do, even if it's innocent and stuff, because that could get old after a while, you know, because we are humans. So just imagine sometimes like if I was doing that and then people like, damn, your husband be traveling with so and so, he be doing this. You ever think they be doing anything? You know, that could possibly wear down on somebody. So I mean, I wouldn't want to be in no boat like that. So I wouldn't do it. So, but that's me.
Husband is like, I need to be there too. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, because I mean, when people, even though they're not even thinking about it like that, but when other people, you know, when pick up on it and start saying that, damn, who are they with that would allow that? You know, that could impact people. Because like I said, we're humans, man. So when you start dealing with responses and shit and this magnetized, you know, because of all the people in the public breaking this shit down, it could impact them to where they're like, yeah, we ain't doing that shit no more, you know. But was Corey low-key a little dirty macking a little bit? Like,
no, it wasn't dirty macking. To see what he brings it up at the end.
Okay.
He man.
I don't know you.
And we spoke right
Got
before the show.
Question for Anton. Anton.
What happened?
No, I'm not talking about.
No. I understand.
You
I
get me?
I
Okay.
got that.
All right.
I got that. But in my case too, whenever I choose to speak up or challenge him on anything or tell him, look, I don't agree with that or what have you, I won't keep delving into it because I don't see the point, because I know at a certain point with men like you at your age, there's not going to be any change. So why? I don't even bother with it. I just, you know, I might say, I don't like.
So this is coming from Anton evaluation of her. He said something like, you just happy to be here. And also he said that about a Corey. You guys just happy to be here. You don't correct, not Corey, the other guy that works for Corey.
Okay, I know you. I don't know his name, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like both of you guys just let him do anything. I'm like, yo, this is a show. Like Mike B, Mike C. Like you don't like the person who owns the show. You don't go ahead and correct them on the air.
So you think like by Anton bringing some of this stuff up, it's kind of like
that's
adding a little bit of fuel to the.
Yeah. So
okay.
that's what.
Yeah, but let's be honest. It's not like it's like, let's be honest. Isn't that sort of the same way it's going down on his end? With the most people, like, let's be honest. You got your group, and guess what? When you try to tell them, and then they looking at you like, nigga, you be letting this shit slide all the time. What the fuck you talking about?
Oh yeah, nah, definitely. So, yeah, when you got them big person, because you know they're big YouTubers, man, and like you said, they both got people. So yeah, they both getting that celebrity treatment on them ends. But it do be funny how they be calling it out on each other, and they probably like that. That's a good take, Wally. But we'll keep playing. I'm about to jump to the.
And then if they want to continue, I'm not for it.
I'm with you.
That's it. I just don't like. I don't do that. I got way more important fish to fry in that. And I thought I'm not going to change this man's mind on stuff, so I just don't even bother. That's it.
But another thing about the ladies, since we talking about this, see, whenever I see a woman with a man, most of the time, if it ain't your wife, I already say to myself, what is this fuck shit? Why is this motherfucker in the streets with you? That's how I feel about life. So I'm saying, like, that might be a prejudice that I have, I can admit. If a woman is in the streets with a man, fuck is this?
Why? Why do you care about that? Why is that meaningful to you?
No, it's not that I care at all, because it's not my business. But I'm saying, like, if a man stepped to me with a woman and it ain't his wife, all I do is say to myself,
you mean like checking you?
Not checking me, brother. I'm saying, like, if a man has a woman with him,
okay,
and you know what I'm saying, it's not his wife, I don't know what the fuck that is, and I don't want nothing to do with it. That's all across the board as I've gotten older and wiser. Like, if a man If a man got a woman with him and he say, hey, hold on, man, how you doing? This is my lady, so-and-so, so-and-so, it makes me say, okay, this is his lady. That's what that is. But I'm saying, like, if a man is in the streets with a woman, sitting next to a woman, and all like this, whatever, and this bitch ain't been explained.
This nigga Dirty Mac, and stop playing, Stan.
What the fuck is this type of shit? Especially if it's imposed in any way. That's what I'm saying, G. And I know you know what I'm talking about, because you ain't finna act like you ain't smart. You smart than a motherfucker.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if somebody introduces
Anton's like, nigga, you ain't about to scoop me into this.
I
Fuck
mean,
it.
man, look, this is some crazy shit. I get what he's saying though, but it's just some crazy shit though.
But that, man, this is where, like, I would say Corey's disingenuous. Man, if you talk about buying some poverty pussy and stuff, so you have some leverage, like, man, you ain't really concerned what somebody else is doing.
But no,
that's
but
what I'm saying. He's full of shit on that. He wanted to take a swipe at Anton because he's still bitter about that.
The homosexual comment.
Yeah. He's like, you know what, this motherfucker, he ain't getting off the hook on that.
But yeah,
that shit eating him up
See,
inside.
that's the thing, though. I mean, let's be real, right? In business, most men have quote unquote women secretaries as their quote unquote left hand, right hand, whatever you want to call it, right? It's usually that case. But I do understand what he's saying is like, you out here traveling, making business, and you bring this chick around. Is like, what are we doing here? Like, that's just business. There ain't nothing to it. But I ain't gonna lie though. It's like if he did bring Mika with him to the show, it's like, why the fuck did you bring her here? It's like we only invite you. Like, what the fuck this is? So
well, Corey,
someone get what he's saying.
Well, Corey do have a segment on his show where he brings up well-known women panelists on for a one-on-one interview. So he does that with I think her name Riva. He has done that with Crimson Cure and also Dee Dee. So he does have that on the 5150 show.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Corey's like, look. But all right, let me go ahead and play on this.
No.
Corey
This
said,
is what's right.
Hold on for a minute. When Corey's like, and she's dangling all over you, I was like, damn.
Yeah, he was making it sound like they was playing patty pat in that motherfucker and stuff. Like they was in love and shit.
That's why I look sideways. I'm like, I don't know. You know what?
Exactly. It's like, hey man, don't bring that.
Yeah, that's
shit
what I'm saying.
me.
He's being a little. That's what he was making it sound like. They got like matching tattoos and shit. They rocking the same outfit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand what you started saying because it's like, hey, look, why you bringing business that I don't need to know? No, don't bring that near me.
But see, that's what I would say to Anton. That's why I would never maneuver, even if it's innocent. Because sometimes you're just not thinking this shit. It's because somebody could take it and twist it. And even if your person might not care, like when stuff starts picking up traction in the public, because they're big YouTubers, man. Like I was looking at some of the videos, people breaking down, these shits is getting like 100,000 views. Like, man, that could wear down on the person you with. So you just, my thing is like, man, never put yourself in a position where somebody else has to defend it. Because that could get old to them quick. So, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't maneuver with nobody because everybody's looking for anything to pull and twist. And you don't want to be in that boat. So, yeah,
Could
you
it
move
be
dolo.
that he just has the arm candy because he is short.
What?
No, I don't. I think because she's on his pod. I think he was like, hey, man, I'm going to go up there. Let me see if I can get you on. You know what I'm saying? Because they rock with him.
What was the presser that preacher we had like last week who had his wife wearing the see-through or the nude, right?
Jamal Bryant.
Yeah, like where like Jamal Bryant, like nobody checks for him, but if I have this Barbie doll with me, then I'm the man. That's what I'm saying. Do you think Anton doing the same thing by always having women with him? And the bodyguard, like it's kind of like, well, look what I can pull. Look who I hang out with. I
don't think so, but I do know some dudes do that, but I think it has the adverse effect. Because I think deep down, like most people would look at that situation and be like, dude paying, you know, and I think that's kind of what Corey was like, you know, you ain't paid them dues, you kind of tricking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not, I mean, that's how people look at a lot of them situations, man. You know, so I don't, that's why I was like, I wouldn't sit there and hang out. If I'm not dealing with the female, you ain't coming around me, or say like there is some business. I'll get you a direct flight there and you could fly out, whatever, meet up at the studio, but it ain't too much hanging out, man.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. But like, that's what I'm saying. But like with Corey, he's looking for a title. Like, what is this? That's what I'm saying. Like, you may as well just label that as a secretary, or just never not bring her there. Like, literally.
Or if you're you know, when you guys are doing arrangements, like, hey man, I got some you know, female podcasters, man. If I could, you know, bring some of them up, you know, to your segment, whatever, you know, do that business up front so he can't even twist it. Where like kind of what he's doing now, if he's mad, be like, hey man, I called you up and told you I would bring like some female talent and stuff that's on my panels and stuff, so that way you could shut it down. Yeah, because I don't. It seemed maybe he just showed up with her. I'm not sure like how that.
Oh yeah, he did. It'll come up. It'll come up.
Okay. Did Wally freeze up? Wally probably could.
Wally.
He might have froze up, but I'm gonna go ahead and play some of this. He'll jump in.
Let me tell you what my translation of that is. This is my translation of that. I don't want to substantiate my argument, or I don't want to break it down to where you'll actually understand it, because you may be able to break down what it is that I'm saying. So I choose to only speak in riddles, and I also want to speak in parables, because then I could say, well, if you don't know, you don't know, you don't get it. Now, I might get it. I might know exactly what you're talking about, but I might act like I don't know what you're talking about because I want you to substantiate your argument. So that's what I stand on. But that's why I say break it down to me like a C student, so that I can truly understand exactly what you're talking about, so that we all can understand it, because we all may need to learn something.
Right. So
that's
look,
what
you said,
do, they teach, right?
You said you go, but what you said in there, that was a key word. You act like you don't know. And I know you act like you don't know, brother.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You just said it. Believe me,
Why
you said
is
it.
Phil laughing?
Phil's silly. He's silly.
Look,
Really
you know
trying to look. It was an intense moment in here, Anton, and we trying to make it where it is professional. We trying to make it where it ain't what everybody said might be or whatever the fuck. Because I ain't with all that. I ain't got to go to war with no man who visited our show and probably didn't understand one thing how I was thinking, and I probably didn't understand one thing how he was thinking.
Corey not gonna have me back on the show, y'all.
You funny, man. You
not gonna have
funny.
me back on the show.
If I wasn't gonna have you back on the show, I wouldn't have shook your hand. I hope you believe that. When I caught myself, I was like,
you know what I'm doing right now, Phil? I'm putting pressure on him to get me back on the show.
But it ain't working
by saying that he not going, because
it ain't gonna work like that. But I'm saying
Corey don't like this, dog. He don't like this.
What? I think it's
what Corey don't like? Why you talking to that man over there?
Because I got to talk to Phil. I'm talking to Corey through Phil. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Here's the thing.
Them the games where niggas get into fights. I'm telling you.
Here's the thing.
This is how it jump off. Go ahead.
Corey not gonna have me back on the show because Corey is not having fun right now. This is gonna be one of Corey's best shows, but he's not having fun right now. And Corey seems to be a feeler. I'm more of a results-driven guy. Corey seems to be the type of person that goes off of how he feels.
If you notice, I'm doing a lot of explaining to you about how the line can get crossed, but you're doing a lot of telling me what I am. I think that's homosexual behavior.
I said Corey seems to be, meaning that I'm leaving open the door.
Man, he can't help. He can't help.
Wave the flag, bro. Wait. Okay, yeah. Wave that flag, bro. Wave this.
We were doing so good.
They had the peace meeting, man. They was looking like the Bloods and the Crips back in the day where they had the truce, but now they about to escalate up.
Or to get corrected, I want him to correct me if I'm wrong, but I still want the freedom to be able to give my opinion. So you don't want me to get my
You
thoughts?
can have the freedom, brother.
Why
What
is
I
that-
look like
why
trying to
is
take
everything-
freedom from you?
No. I'm starting to feel some type of way, bro, because why is everything homosexual to you?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, if,
When did
I'm gonna try to
when did the
explain.
conversation turn into homosexuality again?
Okay, I'm gonna let you land. Because I don't want to talk over you.
I'm trying to understand it. Why is everything gay?
I can
don't get
explain it. I can explain
Okay,
it.
go ahead.
Maybe look, I'm not saying that you gay, but what I'm saying is if you looking at another man and you say you talking to me through another man, if I'm a man, I'm gonna say, well, I'm right here.
Yeah, but you're not getting it.
You still talk about me. Homie, this is a gay conversation.
It's not.
When you talking to men who play in riddles and stuff like that, I'm telling you,
You the one that's talking in riddles. I'm
you ain't
talking
never been to
straight
jail, have you?
Hell no, I ain't never been to jail.
I can tell. I can tell.
You been to jail?
Nope.
So,
Nope.
so what the fuck that mean then?
I'm just saying,
Stop,
like, if
stop,
you went,
stop. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
M3, did you catch that?
About the jail part?
Yes.
Yeah.
He ain't been in jail either, so it's like, where's it coming from? Wally. Oh, Wally be back? Okay. But yeah.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
what I said,
going
man.
on. This is
to jail, they would have to start you over from scratch.
What would they?
Yeah, Anton asked him, like, Corey asked Anton, like, have you been in jail? Corey's like, Anton's like, no. Then Anton asked Corey, have you been in jail? And Corey's like, no. And Anton's like, what are we talking about then?
Hey, man, that ain't no fucking flex. Man, you behind bars with a bunch of dudes and shit. Motherfuckers waking you up all early in the morning telling you what to eat. I don't understand why people think that shit is so, like
it's a prestige, like bad.
yeah, man, it's crazy, man. You ain't supposed to be living like no animal, man. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Some of the stuff that's why I'm like, man, y'all people train, man, like do stuff that's like actually masculine, but ain't a detriment to you, man. Cause yeah, this stuff that we apply, this stuff we think is tough, it's a fucking joke, man. Like, it's sad that when we, cause man, like I said, they're very successful guys, but man, city's got to come out. Have you been to jail's got to come out.
But neither one of them been in jail. And it's
Yeah, like that's a badge of honor and shit. That's why I'm like, man, we definitely gotta motherfuckers make some changes and adapt our mindsets, man.
But Anton, like, I want nothing to do with jail. I have not.
Yeah, no, he shut that down quick. Shout out to Anton. Yeah, you ain't supposed. That ain't no badge of honor.
But Corey let us in for an hour and a half, and I'm just like, wait a minute. You ain't been in jail?
I think when Anton was like, "Look, let's go outside," and he ain't go out. That shit hurt his soul, along with that comment. God. But let me go ahead and play this.
What they do to you?
The people who
You would be the tough one.
No. Just let me land with this. The people
I don't
who
think from a jail perspective, nigga. I'm not a jailbird. I'm never going to jail.
I see.
The fuck is we
well, you
talking
can't
about?
say what you'll never do, but I'm saying
never going to jail, bro.
But, okay.
I don't even have that in, dog. I don't even like that type of energy.
I'm just trying to make a point. Anton. What I'm saying is, I have been around enough people who have been institutionalized where I know how to carry myself around men who not finna play with you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't hang around niggas that been to jail, so I saw for it that way. The way you saw for it is a little bit different than the way I saw for it.
Okay.
So I choose not to hang around niggas that's been institutionalized, that had to carry themselves a certain way because they made a decision that they wasn't supposed to make.
And you know, it shows that you've been around people that ain't seen the other side of the game. Because some of the smartest men I know they've been to college and gave that time up. And it was actually a learning process for them. But they still got to stand 10 toes down when they out here, Anton. I don't believe that you tried to disrespect me now that I've been talking to you. I don't believe that. I believe that you are the way you are. I am the way I am. And it can clash if people are not educated on how to be around each other because men can go to war over misunderstanding.
He's throwing an intellectual shot right now.
What am I doing?
So without saying it, he's basically saying, oh, you from a different space, so you don't get the way that we move over here.
Pause.
Over here or in
Yeah, that's kind of hypocritical because Anton did the same shit earlier, though.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, World War III.
Okay.
Anywhere in the United States of America, and that's not a black thing. I'm talking about Caucasians, Hispanics, and Asians understand the respect level men must have when they're in front of each other because it can trigger war. That's all I'm saying to you.
I understand everything that happens when it happens. I'm a chess player. That's what I've been playing my entire life. Okay. Maybe you walked into something that you wasn't expecting.
I don't go with.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anton said he the black Bobby Fischer out here.
You know what he reminds me of? M3 know who I'm talking about. He was in leadership. He was in leadership. He thought like he know everybody, know everything.
Wait, is he an ugly tonguer?
No.
Man, this ain't no family reunion.
I
give a fuck.
But there's a guy in our. There's several guys in our church that act like Anton, but there's one in our sector that did the same thing. You're saying what you're saying, and instead of agreeing with you, he'll go ahead and say the same thing as though he said it.
Oh, okay. That's that manipulation tactics.
He was an older guy, right? The elder?
Nope. He was my group leader.
So he was the one that put that mental bullshit in your head, right? When you go out.
You said group leader. Where was y'all? The Boy Scouts?
Group leader in my group, my church group.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I understand.
House church.
Right. You trying to put that thing in.
No, it'll come to you later.
All right.
We'll talk about.
Let's watch the blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I knew what you was gonna do before you did it.
Maybe. But I tell you what, that's a dangerous game to play, especially if you got a life that you live in. Because I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of people in the cemetery that didn't know it was gonna happen like that fast. That's why out here, I try to walk under the code. There's a code out here.
No, you don't. And that's why I said.
You say I don't walk under the code?
No, you're hypocritical. I told you that to your face.
The whole world a hypocrite, but what are you talking about?
No, you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite when it comes.
I believe you.
When it comes to specifically you moving by a code.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Because you think that you can say what you want to say when you want to say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move. But I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied because here.
Oh my Lord!
I do agree with Anton on that point though.
But yes, but you can't understand, right? He's in LA. It's a different. I can't go into the neighborhood of my client and tell him how to live, knowing that he has to run in his neighborhood the way he has to for survival. I can't tell him that. I gotta let him lead because this is his neighborhood, and I need to respect his neighborhood. So
where the fuck do you think Corey live? You think he living in like?
No, he's in LA.
But how but I'm saying like I'm pretty sure Corey ain't like in a bad section. I'm pretty sure he in some lavish shit.
Or like Ranch Cucamonga. Like he probably.
Oh, we pulling some Friday shit now. We pulling some Friday shit down.
He over there with Day and shit. Like, come on, man. Like,
but the way Anton is going for these jabs, right? It's like both of you guys are conservatives. Both of you guys believe in the same things. But like instead of finding common grounds, right? He is constantly just going in at him and just chipping him away, and I'm just like, yo, Corey is not an idiot. And the way you're coming at him, it's not good.
Yeah, they're both smart dudes, man. Like I said, man, they're pretty similar in a lot of ways. I like how you said that. But it's like, man, they're still trying to get those like last wipes. Because like I said, man, I think that they both know this is highly viewed, and it's like, I'm not trying to come off like the punk. So I'm going to keep You know, it's like they gotta kind of like ante up on one another.
No,
Like,
Anton knows the views. Anton's like, he don't know that I'm giving him the views. He's emotional, and that's the gay shit. And I was like, oh God.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. Anton just coming in real slick mouth.
Oh man, I think Corey was slick too, though. That's what I'm saying. I think they're just he's like, man, I gotta match this energy because I don't want to come down like I'm just getting bulldozed in this interview. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think Corey really likes somebody matching that state with him. Because, you know, he's got a strong personality where, man, he's probably used to like steamrolling people. Yeah. Just like Anton. It is, you know, not even trying to be biased. I think they're both like that. And I think that's why it's like, it's not working out, man.
But the fact that you talk with Corey in front of Corey in third person to talk to Phil, that's another sign of disrespect. And also to say, like, you're not having fun, that's why I can't talk to you. I'm like, yo, let's just go for the blow up. Because this,
Yeah, and I told you, Anton feeling himself like he Pablo Escobar. He's like, all right, I done backed son down. He was like, I backed him down. He ain't come outside. He's like, I'm applying pressure. He turned into the aggressor. Because at first, you know, like when Corey like came to that seat, I could tell like Anton was a little like, but he was like, you know what? Let me match this energy. I ain't about to get punked. And then after that, when it's like the tides change. Anton, I said, he's over there smoking a cigar now. He's like, I'm on his neck. I'm on his neck like a bow tie. He's better not say shit else.
Here's the truth. Brother Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. This is a fact.
I like this chat. Let me tell y'all why I like the chat.
Everything but himself and white men.
No, listen. I told you I want to come back and have a full conversation about it, or we can talk about it right now. I ain't got nothing better to do.
Study this episode.
Shout out to the
shit on Caucasian males.
Shout out to the
chat. Shit on
I'm
himself.
not gonna shit on nobody.
Now, you shitted on black people. You shitted on motherfuckers.
I feel like I shitted on you.
We came back
to your face. To your face.
Be careful shitting on me because I feel like you're talking shit again.
I'm not talking shit. I'm telling you.
Be careful.
I'm telling you.
You shitted on me to my face, but that shit will lead to some danger.
Will we please stop the
Trust me.
The tough talk? I got security. You got security. Ain't
Homie, I ain't got security. Them my people.
Cool. Them your
You
security
gotta
people.
hire a motherfucker to be with you.
Absolutely. I'm always gonna hire somebody.
You better.
100%.
How you be talking?
Corey, stop talking tough. Stop talking.
Homie, you
just said that.
I'm not talking tough. I'm talking to you straight up.
Why are you so?
You said you disrespected me in my face, and then you act like it was all good.
You said that I disrespected you to your face. So I'm confirming what you said. You felt disrespected. So I am telling you that I disrespected you if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologize when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected me in my face
because you don't accept the apology because you still
talk about everybody else except yourself and white men.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing the conversation that happened. Why are you so easily offended?
You still talk about me? It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right.
I'll be around bitches and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. Just gone, man.
You
just gone.
I'm about to jet.
You done did this before. Get your bitch ass to... Hey, homie.
All right, I'm out.
Get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch.
You proved my point.
I got shit to do.
You're right.
Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on. Remember I told you that. If you got a bitch with you, explain the bitch. Don't ask her to be on my show, nigga. Can she be on the show? I don't know that bitch, nigga. Now get your whole ass the fuck on and pay for your pussy like you got to.
Damn.
Ass nigga.
I ain't see all this
Don't
shit.
get you a bodyguard because the nigga be done slap the shit out your bitch ass. I got shit to do. I ain't finna follow that nigga out the door. I am who I say I am. I stand on it. Fuck a friend. Now who the next motherfucker to come up here? What up?
There's a new word.
All right, we'll stop it right there. Damn.
Oh shit, bro.
So do y'all feel there was a winner in that interaction, a loser,
Hell no.
or
No, ain't nobody won. But I will say this though, right? You come any dude that call me a bitch now, I'm gonna call him a bitch before I walk out. I'm like, no, you the true bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. Again, see, in this type of scenario, what I've learned right over years that people they love to talk. And yes, Stan, I know like they probably got something packing or whatever, right? So those are the things you do have to take in consideration before engaged to any conflict. But once it's already been said and done, and you just keep poking it, you keep pushing or whatever, I'm like, okay, bro, like, you're trying to call me bluff. So let's just get this out the way. Obviously, you want to argue and you want to fake like you want to like fight, but you really don't want to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just expose you. But if you don't want to if you don't want to throw the hands up, then I'm gonna tell you on your show, stop talking. It's as simple as that. And then I'm just gonna just walk off because at this point, the show really perceives no value to me anymore. Because now we're having redundant conversations that's not progressive.
Mm.
But I will call you a bitch like before I walk out on your
Yeah, I do think it was a bad look for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, because ain't no winners in when you mix into some shit like that. Like I said, man, I just think, man, people got to get better at like setting the tone, man. It's like, man, y'all got two heavyweights like that, man. Y'all should be able to have a conversation without blowing up and escalating.
They don't need to be ever getting on live. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, not them two. Yeah, that's done. But I'm just saying, like moving forward, it's just like that shit's unnecessary.
They'll be back.
For what?
I don't.
For what?
Give
Give
it about a couple months.
When he said all these my peoples.
Trust me. You gotta understand, man. Like you two people are sensitive, but they're always gonna find a way to come back.
They probably could like a few months, but I mean they'll have to, like I said, they'll have to have somebody strong and that's just like cut it off. Like
who's gonna do it? Because like, well, I can see the attorney. Yeah, that's it.
There's a few people that could handle it.
The thing with Corey, until you break that mind, because I'm like, yo, we back here again. Like it's like, damn, dude. Like, what's up with the gay stuff? Like it just all showed up again.
Yeah, he's fixated on that shit. But it's
I mean, to be honest with you, the way how he was just so focused on Anton, like just like saying like that type of homophobic stuff, I almost like was believing that maybe dude did suck like a couple of dicks or whatever. Because
who?
I'm talking about Corey Holcomb. The way
I ain't gonna go that far. That's
no. I mean, I'm serious. Like, if a person is dwelling on that part too much, I'm gonna be like, bro, like like. I mean, I know you ain't doing nothing, but I'm like, why are we harping on to this? Like, why we keep talking about like this gay shit? He said his piece. Anton said his piece.
Yeah.
Keep harping over that dumb shit. Like, it makes people want to think that okay, like, or journalists will think like, okay, well maybe he probably did something like during his industry careers or whatever. I mean, during his career in the industry. Like I said, I'm not going too far by saying like he did it.
Yeah.
But
you're just saying the way he's fixated. Yeah, it is strange because even some of the topics, like I like what Stan said earlier, man. Because I'd be on some panels sometimes and people start they just harp on stuff along them. I'm like, man, we're straight males. Why the fuck are we talking? Like that shit's blind to me. I'm gonna keep a buck, man. I'm straight. I think I was on damn, I forgot whose panel, and they was just like having a long. I was like, hey man, why the fuck are we talking about this shit? Like, man, we're straight like Indian here. Like, why the fuck we? Why the fuck are we talking about this? Like, I couldn't understand it. I'm like, man, y'all try to find some.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, man, I was confused, and you know they cracked up laughing like you know you did, but then we switched the subject. But I was just like, why the fuck are we talking about this? Like, man,
Yeah, because like it's not your it's not your culture. It's not your representation of who you are. Is why is it being brought up? It's like, yo, let's like pause. Like even that. I'm like, yo, like everything is paused. Like I'm not even thinking like
yeah.
that. Like, are you okay? Are you overflowing with like, you know, what's the thing, testosterone? Man, you need to go ahead and goon somewhere and just get all that out because it's too much. Pause.
Yeah, it
And
sounds
it's like,
stupid, man. That
oh,
shit been going on for 20 years now. I'm like, man, somebody got to break the goddamn trend. Like, god damn. But no, I think this was good to recap. I'm glad a lot of people was recapping it, man, giving their takes on it because.
but we covered the ending, which a lot of people missed out.
Yeah, I think a lot of people. But yeah, man, hopefully they do patch that up because, like I said, man, ain't no need to be fighting, man. Go train and get punched in the face, you know, in your training thing. I mean, it's gonna happen, man. Like that's what I'm saying. And I'm telling you, it just calms you down because you start understanding, like, I don't need to be out there fighting. I got my little outlets. I get that shit out my system. I'm training up. I don't need to go out here and prove myself, man. Do it in your local gym. If you want to fight, man, go fight for real.
Like, I think for all of us, we should to help people understand like outlets. Like everybody should I think we should talk about like what's outlets for all of us because
yeah,
I think a lot of times people think outlets is something luxurious and it don't have to be.
I agree with you. Yeah, it's like it could be like running, exercising, but it's like doing stuff that's like productive, man, where you get that energy out. Man, competitive basketball, whatever, man, join the league. But it's just like we got to stop when we get in like environments where like that conversation they had. And it's just like, oh, man, well, I'm from, you know, Tompkins in Brooklyn. You know, I'm from here. It's like, man, what the fuck does that matter? Like, we so far removed from that shit. Like, that's why I was like, because people always be asking me, because, you know, I speak hella proper now and shit. And I'll be cracking jokes on myself. I'll be like, man, I'll be talking like Carlton Banks. But it's like, man, I ain't about to be shouting out no blocks. Like, I ain't been there in so long, man. That shit would be.
I know somebody got you back in the day, and they got videos. I got. Hey, if you got SJ's like younger days,
hell no. They already know. No, incriminating videos out here. But no, it's just like, man, some stuff you got to leave behind, man. There was a reason why you left that shit. It's like, leave that shit behind there, man. Like. Not saying leave the people down there, like definitely try to go and help, but that whole like attachment to like poverty and just negative shit is just like, man, we gotta snap out of that.
That my outlet, I'm just like going out, and then sometimes I just read comics and I just study fights, but not to say I want to get into it because I was into it before, like. Anger management skill. I mean, that's something you learn in anger management. I don't know why I always got put into anger management, but
you an angry motherfucker. That's why.
Like literally,
they ain't put you in there because you was out there like Gandhi, just like praying in the middle of the park, giving everybody like motivational quotes. It's because you was an angry person.
I saw stuff and I could look at it and I saw like, what's the word? I could see. Not trends, but cycles and things. But that's the whole thing of like reading, and I read out loud because it helps like quiet my mind. But again, that's something I do to help out my anxiety, decrease anxiety. I think that's why a lot of people are like so hyper. They don't know how to decrease their anxiety. And then when we're online on panels and people are yelling at each other, it's a false fight because you're not letting stuff go. You're just something else is going on in your life, and now you're taking that on us on panels. So I'm just like, that's why people need to know, like, hey, like, what is their outlets? Because people just need to know that stuff. Like M3, his girl feed him all the time. That's his outlet, is food.
But no, Stan, that's a good point. Because, I think as men, man, we got to burn that energy off, man.
Yeah.
And I think when you burn it off, man, you're just too tired to even, like, engage in like negativity. Once you start doing that, like you said, you get certain hobbies and you wear yourself down and stuff. You just look at stuff because, like you was asking earlier, what I was like, man, I just avoid certain situations now. And it's just like, man, once you start doing that to because like when you condition your body, you start conditioning your mind. You start like, man, I ain't got to do that stuff no more because now you're building like confidence based on like outcomes, stuff that your activities. So when guys, a lot of times, I think they might get success in career, but they're stagnant in like maybe physical stuff, mental stuff like you were talking about. And so they still got to overcompensate. So it's like, as a man, you just got to be productive in multiple areas and burn yourself out. And when you do that, you detach from that because you're like, man, I just came from the gym. I ain't got time to be sitting out here lining up YouTube fights with motherfuckers. Cause like when I literally just go to the gym, like because I go like a couple of days and man, like I'm getting punched in the face. We're putting each other in arm bars and shit. I'm like, I ain't about to fly out there and fight you motherfuckers.
Okay, yeah.
Now, if you come to me, it's on and popping. But yeah, I'm not.
Randall's like, Southwest got sales. I'll meet you in Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
Go ahead on day 15. I'll be right there with you. I'm like, what?
Shout out to them that do it. But I'm like, yeah, I got too much. I got too much shit to be doing. But like again, I talk to respect to people, so I never cross some lines anyway.
Yeah, don't fight the airport. That's a federal building. So don't do it.
Yeah, no.
How about you, M3? What's yours? What's your outlet?
Shit, it's my photography.
There you go, yeah.
Instagram, by the way. But yeah.
But he finds his inner peace because M3 is from Oakland. So he's rough and tough.
That's my what you call it, my namaste or whatever. I was like namaste or mama stay, whatever, right? But yeah, that's my center of peace whenever I'm doing like my photography. It's not only just taking pictures of beautiful women, but it's also like, I see by the way.
Scumbag. The fact that you even had to explain that shit. He was like, man, it's not the fact that I'm taking pictures of beautiful women that's like scantily dressed.
Well, he said it. Latina.
Yeah.
Sidebar, Latinas.
but just spending time to edit and learning like new things and new arts, whatever, and tying with my graphic art skills. It definitely brings somber and peace to it.
And video games too.
Oh yeah, too. Yeah. I mean, look, man, it keeps me out of the streets. It keeps me from like wanting to fight church people because I hate them so much. But anyway,
hey, I know that last post did it.
The last post did it?
Happy New Year.
Now your photography fire, yeah, it'd be having me one of the. I'm like, man, I got to get me a camera so I could like start doing some pictures.
Oh man, just hire the cameraman, man. Just fly me out, jerk, and I got you.
Yeah, I want you to come out. Yeah, I'm gonna get you to come out here. I'm actually gonna come out your way, man, sometime this year.
All right, for sure, man.
Wally, where Wally at? Wally, you still with us?
Wally said, "Damn y'all, man." Wally's like, I gotta.
I hear you.
Hey Wally, what's the thing that you do to decrease your anxiety?
What do I do to decrease my anxiety?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're looking at anxiety as far as stress.
Just anything. Just what do you do to calm down? Like
he said, music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a music fanatic too, man. I'm a old school hip hop head.
Okay.
But all right, man, we'll go ahead. We'll close this one out. Yeah. So thank y'all for tuning in. Catch us at Knowledge and Relationships. But we out of here. Peace.
Yeah.